What a great movie to release near Father's Day. I know the conversation is going to be mostly around whether or not we should keep making live action versions of animated film. I think I read somewhere from somebody on Reddit that, why not make animation better than live action? I think that's a really good topic to be engaging with when people start arguing that live actions aren't worth anything, because there is a general consensus that live action movies do tend to garner more respect and attention to the general going audience, but that doesn't mean that the people who are in the art don't believe in it, believe in animation, or that they don't see it as valuable or that it's not a good piece of art. And I don't think that live action remakes of said animation takes anything away from the old ones. I said this about Lilo and Stitch. I think the old one is actually better because of the animation gives it a chance to be more fun and lighthearted and whimsical and fantastical and all of those elements. Whereas a live action movie does need some realism. It does need to pull you through in a sense of the immersion of illusion of belief, the immersion of belief, disillusion of belief. I cannot remember what that term is. But this movie is in the pocket. It's a great little film. It's the same story as the old one, so that makes it fine. And it's got some elements that are above and beyond. The computer graphics for the dragons and the way that they present all of the fighting and movement and flying is so amazing. It's absolutely incredible, the level of detail we've gotten to. And even just like when a person puts their hand on one of the dragons, the realism that's there and the suspension of disbelief, there it is, that I have when I'm watching that is enough for me to say it was worth going to the theaters for. And, I already knew the story. I liked How to Train Your Dragon, and I'm pretty sure I watched the whole series at some point and enjoyed them for what they were, but they didn't they weren't mind-blowing. They were fresh, but they weren't mind-blowing. And so to kind of get this kind of revamped for me was an interesting watch. It was much better than an experience in the theater other than Lilo and Stitch, even though I think I like the Lilo and Stitch story a little bit better just for the heartwarming nature of the family aspect. But the father-son aspect in this is just as heavy and just as well made. And Gerard Butler in this is insane. He had a chance to just throw it away and just, make the, phone it in version of How to Train Your Dragon, but he went all out, and I think the movie's way better for it. The two leads are just solid. They don't annoy me or anything like some actors do that are a little younger, but I think this movie overall is well made. It's really well shot, and the cinematography pulling from the animation film is almost, it feels shot for shot. It's not exactly shot for shot, but it's pretty close, and some of the really important ones are there. And I'm a sucker for, the dog relationship with the dragons, and I couldn't get enough of that, right? Toothless being kind of a puppy and circling his bed and stuff like that's just really fun. This is a great movie, and it doesn't deserve to be maligned just because it's a follow-on of an IP and it's a remake of an animated film. I think enough time in this world to have both, and you can pick and choose which one you want to watch, and that's good. That's a cool thing. And maybe it's a cash grab, maybe it's not, but definitely was worth being made because it's a good movie and it's a good time at the theater, and kids will love it forever. And we get more dragons on screen, which is always fun. And this just excites me more for other dragon stories and other dinosaur stories and things like this. So yeah, what'd you guys think? Do you think it was kind of a cash grab and not worth remaking? Do you think it's just a rehash and doesn't mean anything? I will say a negative that I had was the side characters really didn't land for me. Did in the animated somewhat, but in this movie they just were kind of annoying and just didn't really do much for me. And they don't get a lot of screen time, so that's okay. The movie moves along without them. So yeah, let me know what you think, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon. Thanks for watching.